Good morning, class. In the previous lecture, we have already seen how to design a controller. Later, we have also seen the concept of controller and then observability. In this lecture, let's start with the observer design. In most of the case, because of the plant configuration, you may not know every state variables. You don't know or you don't have any knowledge of some state variables in the systems. Or yes, you can measure them with the help of some sensor, but that will be a very costly one. So instead of measuring them with the help of some sensor, that too with a very high cost, we'll try to design an observer such that with the knowledge of input U and then knowledge of available state variables, we will try to estimate or we will try to predict those unknown state variables. That's why observer is also called as an estimator, right? In a figure A, you can see that if it is an open loop control system, whatever the output of observer is there, you can see it is the estimated state variables, that is X cap. Cap indicates the estimated, and that output can be given to the controller and controller will accordingly act, and you can see that the output of controller is given as a feedback to the input U. And if it is a closed loop control system, you can see that the actual output of a plant is given to the observer, and accordingly with the help of input U, you can see here input U and the actual output of a plant, observer will try to estimate the unknown state variables, that is X cap, which will be given to the controller, and accordingly controller will act, right? So in the previous lecture, we also seen that the controller matrix, that is given by K matrix, which was the row matrix, right? Now here the observability matrix or observability gain matrix, I'll say, is given by the matrix L, this one, which is a column matrix. If the plant is of a third order, then it will be L1, L2 and then L3 in a column matrix, in a column way, fine. Again, we have seen the two ways or two methods to design the controller. One is by matching coefficient methods, which was a phase variable method, and second was the transformation method, right? Similarly, the observer design is also have a two method. One is a matching coefficient, second is a transformation. Now in a matching coefficient method in the observer design case is applicable only if the plants are available represented in observer canonical form, whereas in a controller design, the matching coefficient method was applicable only if the plants are represented in the phase variable form. Now here it is observer canonical form. Now how to represent the plant in observer canonical form? You all know that. Please go to the page number 262 of Norman Nice. Here it is, observer canonical form. The given plant, you can factorize them, and yes, you can represent in the observer canonical form, right? Let's start with the first numerical based on the observer design by first method, that is matching coefficient method, which is also called as here observer canonical form. Remember, this method is applicable only if the plant is represented in observer canonical form. He said that design an observer, the plant is given S plus 4 divided by 125. Just multiply it inside the bracket, you will get S cube 8S square and so on. And he said that the plant is represented, you can easily see the plant is represented in observer canonical form, right? Now the requirement or the desired specifications are what he said: the observer will respond 10 times, remember 10 times faster than the control loop designed in the example 12.4. Now what is example 12.4? Here is the example 12.4. In the example 12.4, which was of our controller design, the requirement, the desired specifications were 20.8% overshoot and then settling time of 4 seconds. I repeat, 20.8% overshoot and then settling time of 4 seconds. These are the requirements. Now with the help of these overshoot and settling time, yes, you can calculate the value of zeta and omega n, and then you can also calculate the characteristic equation, that is s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square. But remember, he said what? The observer will respond 10 times faster to that characteristic equation. Okay, we'll see later on. Now first of all, as he said that the plant is represented in observer canonical form. Yes, I have represented the plant in a observer canonical form. X cap indicates that is the estimated plant. X cap dot is equal to x cap plus bu, which is represented in a observer canonical form. Now even if you remember the controller design by matching coefficient method, we have calculated the two equations. One is actual characteristic equation, second is a desired characteristic equation. Just compare the coefficient of those two. If necessary, select the third closed loop pole, then calculate the K gain matrix, that is K. Right? Now here also it is same. First of all, calculate the actual characteristic equation by, here it is given equation 12.73, that determinant of I said actual characteristic equation can be given by, here it is not written, determinant of Si minus A minus LC. In a controller design, that was determinant of Si minus A minus B into K matrix, right? Here it is just L into C matrix, where L is a column matrix, right? So after determining the determinant of Si minus A minus LC, you will get SQ plus 8 plus L1S square, 17 plus L2S plus 10 plus L3. This is the actual characteristic equation, right? Now next step is to calculate the desired characteristic equation, right? For that they have mentioned that 20.8% overshoot and a 4 seconds of settling time from calculate the zeta and omega n. You will get some characteristic equation, that is s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, and the roots of those characteristic equation, I already mentioned you in the control system 1 that the roots of those characteristic equation, that is s square 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, are also called as dominating second order poles, right? The roots of those are here according to the value of zeta and omega n. Those comes out to be minus 1 plus j2, minus 1 plus j2. Now in the numerical, what he said, design the observer, or he said that observer will respond 10 times faster than these requirements, that is minus 1 plus j2. Now how we got minus 1 plus j2? With the help of zeta and omega n, the roots of those that characteristic equation. Now as it is said that the observer will respond 10 times faster, just multiply it by factor of 10, that 1 becomes 10, 2 becomes 20, so 2 into 10 and then 1 into 10. So now the new dominating poles are minus 10 plus or minus j20, right? Minus 10 plus or minus j20, these are the new dominant poles, right? Now now if I represent that minus 10 plus j20 in a polynomial form, though, that will comes out to be s square plus 20s plus 500. Now as plant is of a third order, right? So it is necessary to select the third closed loop now. Now where to select? In a controller design, normally we have selected the third closed loop pole such that there will be pole zero cancellation. Here the 0 is at s equal to minus 4. Now please don't select the third closed loop at pole at s equal to minus 4. So that this method is applicable only for the controller design. Now in the observer design, select the third closed loop pole such that it will be 10 times, please concentrate on this, select the third closed loop pole such that it will be 10 times faster than the real term of new dominating pole. 10 times faster than the real term only real term of, right? Here the real term is 10, forget about minus sign. Here the real term is 10, so that multiplied by 10. What I said, select the third closed loop pole 10 times faster than the real term of new dominating pole. So 10 times faster. So 10 into real term is 10. So 10 into 10 is 100. So S plus 100 is the third closed loop pole, right? So multiplying with those, S plus 100 into S square plus 20S plus 500 comes out to be S cube. This is what your desired characteristic equation. Now the only thing is, just compare the desired and then actual characteristic equation. Desired characteristic equation is here, equation number 12.75, and the actual characteristic equation is the equation 12.74. Just compare the coefficients of S square, S, and then constant term. You will get these values L1, L2, and then L3. Here it is. So L1 comes out to be 112, then L2 2483, L3 49,990. That's it. That is what the observer design by observer canonical method. Remember, this method is applicable only if the plant is represented in observer canonical form. Fine. Now please try to solve the skill assessment 12.4. You can download the normalized solution also, which I already sent to you. Here it is said that design an observer for the plant S plus 6 divided by 7 at 9, whose estimated plant is represented. Yes, he already given you the observer canonical form representation. Now he said that the observer will respond 10 times faster than the control loop designed in the skill exercise 12.3. Kindly go through the exercise 12.3. In exercise 12.3, not here, you will find some overshoot and then settling time or a peak time, and accordingly find the zeta and omega, and then find its root, then multiplied by, finally we will come up with the L1 L matrix. So kindly please go through the normalized solution for this for the solution of this skill assessment exercise 12.4. Right. So in the next lecture we will try to go with the so this topic, that the observability, we already seen that how to calculate the plant is observable or not just by this matrix C, Ca up to C raised to n minus 1. We already seen that. Now in the next lecture what we will try to do is we will try to design the observer by second method, which is observer design by matching coefficient method. That is alternative approach to observer design, right? So we'll see in the next lecture. Thank you.